It sure feels good to be back. Welcome again to the Did You Know Fact. And yes, from wherever you are watching me today, I must say thank you so much for tuning in and being a part of this fact spilling show. In case you're tuning in for the very first time, I am your Lady Moore. And yes, Did You Know Fact show is a show right here on Cnetv where we discuss every fact that you need to know about blockchain and yes, sometimes maybe fintech. But today we are going to concentrate on blockchain just like we did last week, giving you facts around blockchain and the ecosystem. And of course, you know, this is Cnetv, your 24/7 blockchain and fintech television. You know, of course, that will bring you information, entertainment, and all-round fun right here. Did You Know Fact Show is a fun show because I spill all of the facts with so much fun and joy as well as excitement. Today, I'm going to quickly get to some facts, just like the last time we got on this show, the first episode. But before then, let's get on a very short break. Welcome back from the break. It's still your fact spilling show, Did You Know Fact? And I am your Lady Moore. Let's quickly talk about last week and some of the facts I told you last week, because one of the things I need you to know every time you tune into the Did You Know Fact is that you must keep this fact to yourself and seriously make use of them, okay? Because I mean, not every time you get to hear some of these things, but every time I bring them to you, just make sure you listen, you take notes, and you keep them close. They might just be helpful for you as you continue, to maybe trade or be a part of the ecosystem. Last week, I told you some facts. We first started with what cryptocurrency is, and I told you it's a digital currency. And afterwards, we talked about, how the currencies have, been accepted over the years, especially from 2009 when we had Bitcoin introduced. Yes. I also mentioned that it's a decentralized system and, there's been a lot of frown here and there, conversation here and there. Should we accept? Should we not accept? But again, here we are many years down the line, and as at today, as at this time, this period, this year, we have over 18,000 cryptocurrencies. I did tell you that also last week. But today, let's get on to some other facts, and we're going to focus on the countries that have accepted digital currencies. I'm sure you're wondering, why are countries still struggling? This feels like a good way or good move, right? But again, not all countries, not all laws are, comfortable with cryptocurrency or the digital currency for many reasons known to them. Because, of course, you know that right now there is no control, okay? That's why it's called a decentralized currency or a mystery industry, like I did mention last week. But again, digital currency have actually been surging in popularity over the years, and of course, cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin have entered the mainstream and captured the heart of a lot of people, as well as their imagination. The rise has also turned the heads of the world's central banks, and there's been a lot of fear that domestic currencies could be undermined by the growth of this digital currency. That's why, in response to this fear, the central banks decided to go their own route. And guess what? After a lot of investigation, practicalities of creating their own digital currencies, some countries have now come up with what they know as, or what can be called, digital currencies that has been stamped and accepted by their central banks. Almost 100 countries are actively evaluating central bank digital currencies known as the CBDC, and according to the IMF, and some have already started rolling out their own digital currencies. I'm going to tell you a few of some of these countries that currently have their own digital currency. Yes, I'm sure you want to know. Let's get to that fact just after this break. Welcome back to the Did You Know Facts. In case you're just joining us, well, you've missed a couple of things because I did a recap of what we had last week, of what I told you last week, the facts I brought your way. And today we're basically going to take a cue from all of the facts I brought your way last week by going a step ahead to tell you some of the countries that have in some sort of ways accepted digital currency. And guess what? They had to come up with their own in a bid to regulate it through their central bank. One of the countries we're going to talk about today is the Bahamas. The sand dollar was issued by the Central Bank of the Bahamas in October 2020, and it was the first nationwide CBDC in the world. Yes, that's a fact. In the Bahamas, part of the population can't access financial services as it is not profitable for commercial actors to operate in all areas, in part due to the country's geography as it's split up into many different islands. As a result, 20% of the population is estimated to not have a bank account. It is hoped that the sand dollar can help improve the financial inclusion and strengthen security against money laundering and illicit economic activities. Again, all is channeled towards what I love to call control, because we know that cryptocurrency on the other hand, or on the large scale, is decentralized. But different countries have had to, find a way around this, and that is why we have the introduction of the central bank digital currency. The second country who's gone this route is Nigeria, which is known as the most populous black nation. It is the first country in Africa to launch the CBDC, and this also happened last October, that's 2021. The e-Naira is stored in a digital wallet and can be used for contactless in-store payments as well as transferring money around. So by the end of January 2022, the e-Naira wallet had received almost 700,000 downloads. Nigeria's population is around 219 million, and according to the Nigerian media outlet Stars Business, 90% of Nigeria have mobile phones, but only 20% use a smartphone, which is needed to use the e-Naira. To access the e-Naira, the user must have what is known as the NIN, and this has led to criticism. Proponents of the CBDC say they are to reach out to people who don't have a bank account. However, critics say there would be an overlap between those without bank accounts and those without NIN or even a smartphone. So how is this supposed to work? That's a question you have to hold on to as we continue with the facts for today. I will tell you one more country that we have to talk about when it comes to digital currency acceptance, but that would be right after this break. Welcome back yet again to the Did You Know Facts right here on Cnetv, and I'm still your Lady Moore. Yes, so before the break, we did talk about some of the countries that are currently making use of digital currency, and I mentioned that some of these countries had to, go the line of their central bank coming up with this idea of a digital currency known to that country. And yes, that's how we have the CBDC, that is the central bank digital currency. I told you some of these countries before the break, two of them to be precise. First being Bahamas, which is now known as the first country to introduce the CBDC. And the second country is Nigeria, which is Africa's most populous country. Now let's go to number 3, in line with the countries that have accepted digital currency. Number 3 will definitely be the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union. Countries in the Eastern Caribbean Union created their own form of digital currency meant to help speed transactions and serve people without bank accounts. The 7 countries involved are Antigua and Barbuda, Dominica, Grenada, Montserrat, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia and St. Vincent, as well as the Grenadines. This has been not a smooth ride so far because a lot of countries are trying to protect their space, and I did tell you that because cryptocurrency or blockchain is a decentralized industry, there are so many laws put in different countries. Like Nigeria, we all know what we are dealing with right here. The government has its own policy on what you can and cannot do with cryptocurrency, and that's why we have the introduction of e-Naira, which is supposed to be the central bank digital currency. Well, have they been serving their purpose? Is it doing what they think it will do? That might be a conversation for another day, but this fact I needed you to know in line with countries that have their own digital currency. I do hope you hold this fact well, because in the next episode, we're going to move to new facts in line with this industry and some of the things you need to know about government policies, acceptance of digital currency, and so much more. Remember to keep watching Cnetv, your 24/7 blockchain and fintech television. Remember, subscribe to our channel if you're yet to do so, and make sure you stick to all of our programs because you will definitely get informed and entertained. I am the Lady Mo. Till next time when I come your way again. Make sure you keep those facts close, because next time we'll be spilling some more.